10 TV shows you need to watch if you love Jason Statham movies. In the early 2000s, Jason Statham emerged as a leading star of a new generation of action stars. Beginning in the films of Guy Ritchie, the actor soon made the move to Hollywood, thanks to roles in films like Ghosts of Mars, The Italian Job reboot, and The Transporter. Loved by many for his Cockney accent and martial arts skills, the actor maintained a devoted fan base throughout his career, which eventually saw him star alongside action titans in the Expendables movies. Jason Statham's career is fairly eclectic, with him having played everything from low-level gangsters and elite couriers to space cops and retired assassins. As much as he may be known for his tenure as an action star, he has ventured into genres like science fiction, horror, comedy, and mystery. For audiences seeking out great TV shows that channel the best of Statham's career, they are spoiled for choice. Hawaii 5-0 follows former Navy SEAL Dan McGarrett as he returns home to Hawaii after the murder of his father. Heading up the island's elite crime task force, he forms a squad of skilled cops, including Dano Williams, Chin Ho Kelly, and Kono Kalakaua. Taking on high-risk crimes like serial killers, terrorism, and organized crime, the team uses a combination of intuition, state-of-the-art technology, and skill to keep the island safe. While a police procedural might not sound like the ideal series for a Jason Statham fan, the Hawaii 5-0 reboot's fast pacing and focus on action actually makes it the perfect fit. Steve McGarrett's background as a Navy SEAL turned elite cop sounds like the pitch for a Statham crime movie, and the series has a number of episodes that prioritize action over all else. Prison Break tells the story of Michael Schofield, an engineer who gets himself sent to prison so he can help clear the name of his brother, who's behind bars for a murder he didn't commit. While inside, Michael begins plotting their escape, with each episode bringing audiences closer to the anticipated breakout. Along the way, viewers are shown a look at life behind bars, exploring a variety of inmates, from allies to enemies of the brothers. While Prison Break may not be the unstoppable chaos of Crank, nor the gangster comedy of Snatch, it is right up the alley of fans of Statham's work, particularly his earlier films. The idea of a man getting himself jailed so he can save his brother sounds like the kind of film Statham would take on, even if it opts for a more dramatic narrative than an action-heavy one. While many still associate Statham most with his work under Guy Ritchie, it was The Transporter that made him a household name among American viewers. After playing the role of Frank Martin for 3 films, the franchise was taken over by new stars, soon being turned into a TV series starring Chris Vance as the hero. The series follows the elite courier as he forms a team to help him deliver his various packages, crossing paths with dangerous criminals along the way. The Transporter TV series makes for an interesting look at Statham's signature action hero, exploring him in a new light as he's given a recurring cast of characters around him. While the series was somewhat limited by having a smaller budget than a film, it still expands upon the life of Frank Martin in a way the franchise's fans wanted. Jason Statham has carved a niche in Hollywood as the go-to guy for high-octane action films. Whether he's driving cars at breakneck speeds, engaging in hand-to-hand combat, or outwitting the bad guys, his movies are pure adrenaline-fueled entertainment. If you're a fan of Jason Statham's unique brand of action, here are 10 TV shows you should definitely check out. These series blend elements of action, crime, and intensity that are reminiscent of Statham's movies. 1. Banshee, 2013 to 2016. If you're drawn to the gritty, no-holds-barred nature of Jason Statham's characters, Banshee is a must-watch. The series revolves around Lucas Hood, an ex-con and master thief who assumes the identity of a murdered sheriff to serve his own agenda. Set in the small, corrupt town of Banshee, the show offers intense action sequences, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and a constant sense of looming danger. Like Statham's characters, Hood often operates on the edge of the law, creating a morally complex but fascinating figure. 2. Strike Back, 2010 to 2020. For fans of the military action seen in some of Jason Statham's films like The Expendables, Strike Back is an ideal pick. This action-packed series follows members of an elite British Special Forces unit as they undertake dangerous covert missions around the globe. The show is known for its high-stakes action, sharp weaponry, and tactical precision, elements that Statham often brings to his film roles. Like Statham's movies, Strike Back focuses on camaraderie among hardened soldiers and the extreme situations they face. 3. The Punisher, 2017 to 2019. The Punisher is perfect for those who appreciate the raw, relentless energy of Jason Statham's revenge-driven characters. John Bernthal stars as Frank Castle, a former Marine who embarks on a violent mission to avenge the deaths of his family. With its brutal action sequences and gritty tone, the show channels the same intensity that defines Statham's performances in films like Safe and Parker. The Punisher also dives deep into themes of justice and personal redemption, much like many of Statham's action roles. 4. Person of Interest, 2011 to 2016. While not as physically intense as some of the other entries on this list, Person of Interest offers a cerebral take on the action thriller genre. The show follows a reclusive billionaire and a former CIA operative as they use advanced technology to prevent violent crimes before they happen. Like Jason Statham's characters, the protagonists are skilled fighters with a strong sense of justice, operating under the radar in a world where the line between good and evil isn't always clear. 5. 24, 2001 to 2010, 2014. Jack Bauer, the protagonist of 24, is the closest TV equivalent to many of Jason Statham's iconic action heroes. Each season takes place over 24 hours, with Bauer racing against the clock to prevent terrorist attacks and protect the country. The show features high-stakes situations, explosive action, and plenty of the tough-as-nails attitude that fans of Statham will appreciate. Much like Statham's roles in Crank and Transporter, 24 keeps the tension at an all-time high, making it hard to look away. 6. Daredevil, 2015 to 2018. If you love the close-quarters combat that Statham excels in, Daredevil should be on your list. The Marvel series centers around Matt Murdock, a blind lawyer by day and vigilante crime fighter by night. The fight choreography in Daredevil is some of the best on television, with brutal, gritty battles that mirror the no-nonsense style of Statham's fight scenes. Like many of Statham's characters, Murdock is a deeply flawed but principled man, driven by his own sense of justice. 7. Reacher, 2022 present. Based on the Jack Reacher novels by Lee Child, this series captures the lone wolf mentality of many Jason Statham characters. The protagonist, a former military police officer, roams from town to town, solving dangerous mysteries and taking on criminals. The physicality of Reacher, combined with his cold, calculated approach to violence, will remind fans of Statham's roles in films like Homefront and Redemption. It's the perfect blend of brains, brawn, and brutal efficiency. 8. Into the Badlands, 2015 to 2019. Into the Badlands offers a unique blend of martial arts, post-apocalyptic themes, and intense action sequences. If you're a fan of the physicality that Statham brings to his roles, you'll appreciate the masterfully choreographed fight scenes in this show. Set in a dystopian future where powerful barons rule the land, Into the Badlands follows a warrior and a young boy as they navigate this dangerous world. The combination of sword fights, hand-to-hand combat, and stylized action will appeal to fans of Statham's kinetic energy on screen. 9. Bosch, 2014 to 2021. For those who enjoy the crime and detective elements often present in Statham's movies, Bosch is a gripping crime drama with a compelling lead. The show follows LAPD detective Harry Bosch as he solves complex homicide cases while battling his own personal demons. While not as action-heavy as other shows on this list, Bosch offers a slower burn with a strong focus on character and narrative, similar to Statham's more dramatic roles in films like Redemption and The Bank Job. 10. The Blacklist, 2013 present.